What's going on? What are you doing, baby? Where are you going? Hello. Hello, Fiona. Hey, John. What, Feifei? Yes? I'm totally jealous of your new foster room coming soon. I saw your live feed. Hi, Aurora. Hi, Susie. Pig is in the basket. Hi, Sue. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Kimberly. Yes, Feifei. Hi, Vera. Hi, Fuzzy. Hi, Tam. Yeah, I'm interested in the wireless cameras you were talking about. Oh, you are so pretty. You are so pretty. Hi, pretty girl. Hi, Annie. Are you so cute? Hi, Kathy. Did I already say hi to Kathy? I did. I thought I heard him say wireless. Hey, PJ. Is it a pig? Is that a Rob getting into a basket? Aunt Denise bought these gray baskets for the kitties, and they ignored them. And then I put paper in them, and now they love them. So they export video feed. Okay, so there are power cables. Oh, I'm sorry, Ani. Look at Rob's little fluffy butt. Oh, that's what it is, Kathy. It's paper from the Chewy boxes. It's that brown paper. I try to reuse everything that I get. Huh, Robbers? You like the paper. Well, the paper that comes with the Chewy boxes is pretty sturdy. That's why I like it. What are you doing, Robbers? Sonny doesn't clean his butt. Well, you know, Faye was bad about that when she was younger too. No offense, Faye. And she's gotten better. So maybe Sonny will get better. What are you doing, Robert? Rob, what are you doing? Robert. Yeah, February 2020 was bad timing. That had to have been horrible on top of already horrible. What are you doing, baby? Are you gonna make biscuits? Are you gonna make biscuits, Robert? She was insulted, but she knows the truth. Because sometimes she does not. Okay, turn your back on me, fine. But sometimes her butt gets a little messy. Hi, Lizzie. But there's been so much improvement, Fei. Hi, Anne. Yeah, Faye just totally. Do you forgive me? Yeah, I have noticed that Faye's butt cleaning abilities improve when she's not on the heavier side. Hi, Robert. Robert. Hey, Rob. Hey. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I offend you by touching you? Rob. Look at how handsome he is. He's been looking rather fluffy and nicely chunky lately. Well, not chunky, but he's been filling out. Still pooping outside the box, but he's not as underweight. Hey, Zazzle. Rob, why do you always turn your back to me when I'm filming? Okay, look at Fig. What are you doing, little Fig? Fig's trying to figure out how she can do a sneak attack on Rob. That's what she's doing right there. Oh, finally Meta popped in. PJ let you go. Fig, are you plotting? And now somebody's setting off fireworks. Just because. Robert? Hey. Hi. Hi. Look at Fig. Fig just kills me. What are you doing, Figlet? Oh, that was nice of them, Ani. Claire! Oh, a kitten banned the CC. Those kittens are sneaky. I finally just got in a new hammock that I have to put together tomorrow. It just arrived in the mail, so the tore up hammock is going bye-bye. Little Fig! Where did Fiona go? What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, that hammock started falling apart just like 2 weeks after I got it. They're not made very well. So I bought one from Petco that's a little bit different, so I'm hoping it might last longer. Why are my cats turning their backs on me? Rob, everybody misses you. Turn around. Dude, I am not putting it together now. I thought about it, but it's a little too hard with the view on my phone. What are you doing, Figlet? What are you doing? This is my life. I'm surrounded by cats with their backs turned to me. Why doesn't John have a wrench? Did John give up his wrench? I know John had a wrench. Oh, you're on the other channel. Oh yeah, the minute I stop live streaming, they all jump on top of me. It's like they're like child TV stars who have been traumatized by their young life being on camera, and they're like, "Screw you, mom." Rob's like, "You've used me enough." Can't you see it on the back of his head? He's like cussing me out in his mind. I'm surprised he came up on the couch. He usually stays in his box and ignores me. Fei Fei. Oh yes, you're just a pretty girl. Until they get a talk show. I've tried that, John. I've tried to pretend that I'm not streaming anymore, and they just know. Like the minute I just turn the phone towards them, they know. Well, remember when Fig came to the room, she had just been spayed. She didn't go through the early poop covered, food covered kitten stages that Rob and Faye did. So I think they resent me for having that all on tape. I believe it. I believe Rob will write a tell-all book, and it'll break my heart. Huh, Robbers? You're gonna tell them all about everything, aren't you? See? See? Fiona, where are you? Fiona. Fiona. I started having Joan eyebrows. No, he'll just write it under Dr. Robbers. And it'll be like, my mom told me I was a doctor and I wasn't. Yes, we did, Claire. Luckily, my brother got back into town and he helped me put in the new cabinet. It was not easy. The ghost named Rob. Exactly. Why is Fiona ignoring me? Fiona doesn't normally. Fiona, the minute I start talking, Fiona usually comes out. And then she tries to shut me up. Fiona, where are you? Fiona. Oh, I don't remember Dr. Roberts' arch rival. No, my tenant, the guy who lives downstairs, his kitchen cabinet, one of them fell off the wall in the middle of the night. It was like 3:30 in the morning. And it was so loud that it woke me up. And then it woke him up too. So I was like, who do I even call? And the cabinet completely fell apart. So I had to buy a new cabinet. And he gave me the wrong measurements. So the cabinet we put in doesn't fit perfectly, but oh well. It's on the wall. But we discovered that the wall is very thin. So attaching it to the wall properly was not easy. We had to find the perfect spots that would be secure. Well, and that cabinet's been up, like, it's been up there for like 25 years. So the only thing I can think of is that we've had weird weather changes. And like my doors, my front door, my back door become very difficult to close. So I think the wood expands. And I think maybe like it did something with that. I don't know. Raoul, yes. Well, yeah, but the studs were kind of weird because on the other side of the wall is the medicine cabinet in the bathroom. And I think they did something with the studs because we nailed through one of the studs and it went into his medicine cabinet. So we had to rethink the position of the nails. It was interesting. Robert, you're so handsome. It was a good lesson for me. We tried to put it, because he gave me the wrong measurements, we couldn't, it was a little hard. We were gonna just put the new nails into the same, like not where the original nails and screws were, but near them. And because the cabinet was a different size, we couldn't do that easily. Ah, Mira. Yes, it was screws, but there were also nails. The original cabinet had nails and screws. They're like special things. My brother does carpentry, so he knew what he was doing. No, it wasn't. The holes were actually pretty freaking big. So we thought about that, but it was more because the cabinet was shaped differently. The measurement he gave me he switched up the measurement for height and width, and I should have gone and measured myself, and I didn't, so I can't blame him. So the cabinet was shaped differently. My house is special. And there was an electrical cord coming through the ceiling right above the cabinet. And we don't know what it was for. but we had to space the cabinet so that the cord sits on top of it and isn't punctured by the sides of the cabinet too. So it was a whole special experience. Yeah, trust me, I thought about putting the cabinet sideways, but then we would have had to figure out something with the shelves. And of course, when we were taking the cabinet out of the truck, I scratched one of the sides. So when we realized that it wasn't the right measurements, we couldn't return it. And why are you getting screws out of your ankle? Oh, 20, okay. Can Kathy. Robbers. You're so handsome. It is so funny to me that out of all the beds in this house, this is where Rob sleeps most of the time right now. And usually Faye will, those are two separate boxes down there. Or they're not really boxes, but they're trays. And usually Faye is in the other one. And they just sleep down there together. Because cats. Are you kidding me, John? They just backfilled and buried all of their debris? Yes, Chewy has supplied many nice cardboard beds. 20 tires buried in their yard. Oh my God. That's crazy, John. Where's Fiona? Oh, there she is. She's sitting in the dark by herself. What are you doing, Fiona? Robbers. Okay. Sorry, I'm moving around a lot, guys. I'm trying not to make you too dizzy. Yeah, I was only able to catch the beginning of John and Jess's live stream. I didn't get to see the tour. I have to go back and watch it. They twisted rebar? Jeez. What are you doing, Figlet? Where are you going? Yeah? Yeah. Hi, Denise. Yes. Fig said hi to Denise. So hi, Aunt Denise. Piglet, little Fig. Faye, say hi to Denise. Oh, you want to say hi to Denise again? What did you say? Oh, you're leaving now? Okay. Say hi. Oh man, that's rough. Your Auntie Denise never gets to see you when she's here anymore because you always hide. What are you doing? Oh no. Say hi, Auntie. What? You've already been fed. Yeah, I thought about that when I saw your thing. I was wondering about it being elevated. What is it, Figlet? There's Fiona. There's Fiona. Yeah, better safe than sorry. Yes, Fig. What? 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 What, baby? Are you gonna put a window AC in, or are you gonna just do a portable? Hi, Fiona. Oh, nice. A mini split, like mine. Well, that's a super giant one. You won't need a super giant one. Because with the mini split, you can have heat and AC. Oh, yeah, exactly. Now I just saw your comment. That's awesome. I would love to be able to do that in the kitten room. What are you doing, Fiona? Ooh, that is tiny. That's about the size of your room, isn't it? Oh, that sucks, Ani. I'm sorry. Fiona, what are you doing? Why do you look so depressed? Fiona. What is it? You normally come leaping over the minute I start talking on Zoom or anything. She's always like, shut up. What are you looking at? You guys always freak me out when you do that. All right, is there a bug? Okay, John, but are you gonna run out there in your underwear in the middle of the night? Because I think you should have like a camera out in your yard so we can see that. There's my girl. What are you doing? Because that's the first thing I thought of, is that when you have to run out there in the middle of the night, it's gonna be fun, especially if it's raining. Oh God, Ani, that sounds horribly painful. Yeah, you can put that footage on your Patreon. Is that why George has to sleep in the chair? Are you adorable? You're adorable. I zoomed in. Oh my gosh, Ani, you've had a rough time. Faye, you're so mean for not coming out for Denise. I don't know why you've become such a scaredy cat. At least you know she doesn't come out for anybody. So it's not just you. No, she's normally this cute. It's just sad that she only shows it to me. Hi. You're the perfect panther. Yeah, I wish you could meet Faye. Well, like even with the cat sitter, when he came last time, it took a couple of days. Like he didn't, like Faye was hiding for quite a while. Well, I have to say, Rob was a scaredy cat more than anybody, and then something shifted, and now he's like usually the first one to come out. And he loves shoes. He likes to rub on everybody's shoes. Oh, Ani, I'm so sorry. It just sounds like you're having one thing after the other. Rubbers. That's so funny, Kathy. Cats are weird. I wonder what that's about. You shave a cat and Julian's like, "All right, I can be friendly now." Jersey. Yeah, Fig always does that too, Meta. She's always like, "You haven't fed us in a year," and I'm like, "I just fed you an hour ago." Yeah, there's always somebody going through something harder. Oh my god, look at Fig. Look, Denise, I put some of the chewy paper from the chewy box in the basket, and now they've been sleeping in it. Oh, Ani, so you're not only in pain, but you're having like to detox off of kittens. Yeah, I had blankets in them, and they would go in them, but they wouldn't like stay in the baskets. And this has been making them stay in them longer. Like Faye was in the basket was in the dining room earlier, and Faye was in it for like a good half an hour. That's great, Anne. I wish I could do Litter Robot, but when I look at the way that you have to clean it, it just the cleaning of the I don't mean like the regular cleaning, I mean like the thorough when you thoroughly clean it just looks way too complicated for me. Plus, when Rob gets soupy poop, the cleaning process might be traumatic. And since Rob likes to poop on the floor, I clean the box twice a day anyways. I just try to remind myself that there are so many people whose cats have what Rob has, the inflammatory bowel disease, and they have it much worse. And I'm praying to God it never gets to the point that like Rob is just like oozing poop everywhere he goes. But I know it could be a lot worse. Yeah, it would, you know, I would need Denise to come help me if I had one of them. I wouldn't be able to do it on my own. I don't have the energy to take that thing apart and to take it outside and hose it down, and Denise is a busy lady. I'd be like, Denise, can you come over and help me clean my litter box? Which she's done already with my regular litter boxes. So it wouldn't be fair to have her do that. Hi, George. Yeah, I love my Mod Cat. I love those liners. I never thought I would like those liners, but I freaking love those liners. And Rob doesn't pee over the side of the Mod Cat, which is amazing. Because he and Faye like to pee super high. Hi, Classiano. High peers, man. If I could have like normal litter boxes that didn't need like the super high sides, it would be so much easier to hide the litter box. Claire. Well, Claire, you can take us with you to the bathroom since you're not on camera. Or are you on your computer? You must be on your computer. He's taking the poop out. Hi, Fiona. Slime waterfalls. Raindrops on roses and whiskers in kittens. Or whiskers on kittens. Oh, that was smart, Ani. Good night, Kimberly. Good luck with your meal prep. I don't know who is setting off fireworks. It's so annoying. We had a coyote on my street today at like 4 in the afternoon. I worry about all the kitties. It's so frustrating. But I feel so bad for the coyotes. I mean, you know they wouldn't be coming down like that at 4 in the afternoon unless they were starving. I don't know. There seems to be always somebody setting off fireworks no matter what month it is. All of them are going to sleep. They're so not entertaining. You have an emoji floating over the chat window? What? Why do you guys have an emoji over the chat window? Is it something I did? Stuff floats out of it when you kick it or click it. I thought you said kick it. Do what Denise does and pop out the chat box. Oh, the heart thing. Well, why is it blocking chat? Can you move it? Or should you be giving me hearts? Everyone should be giving me hearts. Or give Fiona hearts. Because Fiona loves love. Usually she's all up on me. Again, another one of my children who's like, Mother, get that camera out of my face. Oh, I've never seen those before, Denise. Fascinating YouTube. So Denise is coming over in July, and we're going to start slowly cleaning out the room. I walk in there and I turn around and I walk out. Oh, I like Vera's heart. Oh. Yeah, by the time you probably start fostering will probably be when I'm ready to start fostering. Because my mom wants me to come visit in October. And I'm going to try to do a couple of days in Connecticut to see Jenya and on my way to my mom. Which means, Denise, I'm going to have to take you out for your birthday before I leave. I think I'm going to be flying out right before your birthday. But once I get back from that trip, I should hopefully be able to foster during the holidays. Yeah, I think I'm going to try for October 16th, and then I'll be gone for a week, and then when I get back, I'll probably be exhausted and need to sleep for a couple of days, and then I can, like, really... We'll see how much Denise and I can get done in the room and before October. But I'll be able to post some pictures and video of ducks and goats at Jenya's. I know. Well, the thing is that there's a lot of stuff in the closets in there that I need to get out. I don't want to start fostering unless I really go in and clean out a lot of crap. And Denise is traveling like all the rest of the year. Look at that. But like I need to clear out what's in the closets in there. I can't just go in and do a superficial cleaning. Like I need to get organized because it's causing me stress. I know, it was so interesting that Nala needed to go in the closet constantly. There's just, I, I need to get them organized. I need to get stuff out of there. I need like the side closet. I need to make it easier to assess the crawl space above in the roof. All this stuff. Yes, that's my Oculus. That is my Oculus's home over there. Ringo's home. Trust me, Denise, I am tempted. We are going to be throwing a lot of stuff away. I was like, well, I should try to like post it for sale on Facebook, and then I was like, no. We're just going to put it outside and let people take it. Half-Life? Oh yeah, you still can't do your Oculus, can you, Meta? When are you gonna... I thought they were gonna take your thing off. What's going on with that? Oh, you'll see goats and ducks and kittens. Yeah, I need a pressure washer. I really need a pressure washer. Do you like the one you have, Denise? I need one that like I can, that isn't too expensive, that I can actually lift up or roll. Yeah, that was my thinking too, Kathy. I'll just pressure wash everything. Oh, that's not bad at all, Denise. Meta had a little accident. Yeah, I want that chainsaw too. I want a chainsaw on a stick. My gardeners have a chainsaw that's on a really long stick, and it's how they cut the tops of like my trees and stuff. And I want one. But I know if I try to do it myself, it'll fall off the stick and it'll kill me. Chasing criminals. I want to be able to cut the tops of my trees. Yeah, Meta took on the sidewalk. Pavements can be mean. Anyone who has never watched my cam before, if they watch this live stream, they're going to be like, this is the most boring live stream. But if you've never watched this before, it's just boring because we all know each other and we're just doing this to catch up with a cat on the screen. Yes, California Chainsaw Massacre. Well, like, I have some stuff that I really need a saw to break into pieces so I can throw it away, and a little tiny chainsaw would be so helpful. I mean, come on here. Let me see if I can. Here. I'm playing with the filters. Ooh, bubbles. Ooh. Stroke. I didn't even know these were here. Oh. Sketch. What is Harbor? What's Harbor Freight? Kathy has a little chainsaw. Why can't I have one? I'll just have my brother come over with a saw. A whole dollar store full of tools. Sounds about right. I need a tiny one, Kathy. Which tiny one do you have? I want a tiny one that doesn't scare me. Someone lost their life with a tiny chainsaw? Or just a chainsaw? Yeah, that's what I was thinking about too, Denise. Yes, I definitely need one that has a guard on it. Zazzle. Yeah, I would probably, yeah, no. I had a Sawzall and it was kind of heavy, but it's a super old school, it's old, so I think Sawzall might not be as heavy anymore. I'm super cautious. I was brought up to be paranoid, so I would be super careful. Like, that's why even with my brother, when we were putting up the kitchen cabinet, it was like everything. He said something about being careful, and I was like, have you not met our father? Because my father would say to me, I remember they would leave us at home and they would say, don't go outside. And I'd say, why? You think the sky's going to fall? And he looked at me dead serious and said, you never know. And I was like, okay, I'm going to stay inside. And always double check locks. And I'm just like, and I'm a Capricorn. That should say it all. And I will make sure someone is around to take me to the ER. Oh, is that what you broke up the cat tree with, Denise? Yeah, it sucked. Jersey. I don't even know where that Sawzall is. Exactly, John, exactly. Yeah, but my dad, he had a lot of things happen when he was younger. Like, he got hit by a car, he got shot in the stomach. You know, by the time he had us, he was a bit paranoid. He had traveled the world and he knew what was out there. But you know, I'm a latchkey kid, so he would say all of that stuff, and then both he and my mom would both go to work and leave us alone. So, you know, I think that was part of it, is that because both our parents had to work, they were super paranoid that something was going to happen, because they had no choice but to leave us at home alone. Yeah, those were some super old blades, Denise. Those blades came with that Sawzall. And that Sawzall was super old when you used it. Yeah, Gen X. Exactly, the 80s. My parents were like, they had no choice. They both had to work in order to like survive. Like nowadays, I hear about the parents being like arrested for letting their 10-year-old kids play at a park across the street from where they're working, and I'm like, what's going on? When did that change? Like, the sun would come up, we would go outside. My parents had no idea where we were until we came home when the sun started going down. My parents would both be at work forever, and we would have kids over. They never had any idea. My dad would go outside when the sun started going down. My dad would go out on the front lawn and whistle, and he had a really loud whistle, and so as long as I was like somewhere in the vicinity, I would hear him and I would come home. That was it. But I was lucky. I mean, my parents, I was always like, I wanted dinner, so I typically was not, like, they didn't have to force me to come home. Kathy. If only I had known about any of that back then. All we had was wine coolers. Bye, Fuzzy. We would just get on our bikes and go all over the place. Yes, and we all drank from the hose. That's why those Gen X videos are so funny. Because I'm like, if you went in the house, because even though my parents were not brutal, when they were home, it was more like, if you go in the house, they're going to ask you something. They're going to ask you to do something. They're going to ask you about what you're doing. So you just didn't go in the house. You would drink the water from the hose so that they wouldn't ask you any questions. Yeah, I actually liked hose water. I don't know what happened. Now I'm such a water prude. They were the bottled water of childhood. God knows how much toxic hoses we were drinking from. And pee in the bed. Yes. We had bushes around my property. Or you would just run into the house really quickly to the bathroom and then run out really, really quickly. So they didn't have a chance to ask you any questions. I'm sure the hose plastics probably, you know, we drank a lot of plastic toxic chemicals. But you know, we also shared germs at water fountains with strangers. I mean, think about it. Those water fountains, there's no way that like those water fountains weren't covered in like spit and germs. I'm surprised it took as long as it did for us to have a pandemic. I keep getting the like expanding fabric hoses because they take up less space because my walkway is pretty narrow, and they keep busting, but I like them. I keep getting them because they take up less space. I'm always afraid somebody's gonna trip over my hose. Yes, flush the spiders out. That's true. Forgot about that. Yeah, I have one of those in my front yard, and my gardener left, you can turn it off on the hose or turn off the main switch. And my gardener turned it off on the hose, and the hose busted, like split, and I was watering the street. And luckily my neighbor caught it, but it had been running for like an hour. So I'm super careful about checking that freaking hose now. Oh yeah, when the water would come out of the hose super hot. You had immune systems. Yeah, I know. We all built up immune systems back then. I think that's why I'm still alive today, but I mean, like, I go to one client's office and they have Arrowhead water, and I'm all, ew, that tastes funny. And I tried, I'm like, what happened to me? I used to drink out of a freaking hose. How does the water taste funny to me? But hose water and like fountain water tasted refreshing. But I've also become more of a germaphobe the older I've gotten, and not germ like I'm afraid of getting sick, just germ of like, ew, gross. And I don't know if it's because of some of the medications I was on when I was younger, but I've definitely gotten weirder about that stuff the older I've gotten. Yeah, maybe that's it. Different water sources. Yes, yeah, I mean, we used to ride on each other's handlebars on our bikes and fall off and skid our knees, and just we did so many dangerous things. And it's just, I mean, and I think it's better to be, I see my friends be way more attentive with their kids and on top of that stuff. Like, it's astounding to me how my friends' kids get to actually be kids, and they don't like have to grow up as quickly as we did. Good night, Denise. Fiona, why are my cats ignoring me? Yeah. I mean, I think I told you guys before, like my childhood best friend's mom put us in the trunk of her car and would drive us over hills in the neighborhood that she lived in. She had a lot of really super hilly areas, like gnarly hills. And we would be like, please, please put us in the trunk, drive us over the hills. And she did it like a couple of times with us. And it was so much fun. But today she would go to jail for that. You subconsciously wanted to mute me, Denise. Oh no. You were like, I finally lost all my hearing completely. Good night, Denise. Yes, I remember driving in the back of trucks. Just, I mean, we did insane stuff. Hi, Cassandra. Yep, sitting in convertibles. I mean, people used to drink and drive. Like, I can't even. Ugh. But it really, it's funny to me. Like, I remember being young and going to play at parks and going down those metal slides and like the what's it called that goes around in a circle? The carousel thing that you would fly off of and like burn the crap out of your legs. And I'm like, who thought it would be a good idea to make a metal slide in California? Good night, Sue. Merry-go-round, thank you. Yeah, my parents took me to bars with them. They could they could take kids to bars. When we lived in Michigan, and we lived in Michigan from when I was 1 to 4 years old, and I went to the bar with my mom pretty regularly. Wet metal slides, yes. I remember going to a water park when they first came out with water parks and burnt the crap out of my leg because there was part of the slide that wasn't wet. Like, between that and metal slides and all of this stuff, I mean, I'm surprised we're alive. What can you still do in Australia? Take kids to bars? Because if that's true, Claire, I'm very disappointed in you for not taking children to bars. I mean, there are restaurants here that have bars where you can take kids, but like these were bars that like were just like were adult bars. Gosh, I can't believe it's that hot there already, Ani. Where in Australia are you, Cassandra? Oh, your drinking age is 18 there? Oh, God. See, that's why I wasn't born in Australia. Melbourne. We have two other Australians. We have Claire and we have Liz. But Claire is closer to Sydney, I think, and so is Liz, I think. But I have no idea about where anything is in Australia. I just know about the spiders and the birds. And the large creatures that Claire shows us in her yard. Oh, that's so mean, John. Why did they do that to you? Not that It never stopped me from drinking that it was illegal. I mean, I got sober at 18, so obviously I was drinking. It was just, it made it a lot harder. But I think if I was allowed to go into bars at 18 legally, I don't know if I would have gotten sober. The spider thing isn't in Melbourne? Why did the spiders leave Melbourne alone? Oh, I didn't realize Melbourne was colder. See, Claire? How far is Melbourne from you, Claire? Because maybe I should visit and go to Melbourne instead. Have you come meet us. To stay away from the spiders. Or we just have to come when it's like colder. A psychic with an Australian accent who does tarot readings to explain politics? Fabulous. Melbourne? Okay, Melbourne. I'll remember that. That's more fun. Melbourne. See, here, everybody, us Americans are all Melbourne. So, Melbourne. Johnny just had a huge spider in the living room last night. Oh my god, I'm glad I didn't see that. I had a weird centipede looking thing in my living room the other night because the minute the weather changes here, all the creatures like come out of hiding. So I'm on high alert. Fiona, you're a little chubby. Oh god, wolf spiders scare me. I've seen them. It was visible on cam. It was that big. See, my cats won't eat them. I thought cats were supposed to eat bugs. There's a, go pick it up, Claire. Oh my god, Claire. Claire. Why is it dead and dried out? Yes, what Tam said. It's a spider. No, I don't want a photo. I don't want to. Oh my god, John. Well, that's why I wear a sleep mask over my eyes, because when Nala and Coral were here, they taught me the lesson about cats running over your face in the middle of the night. So I protect my eyes. Why would your cats kill it and then not eat it? That just seems like a waste. Yeah, Fiona here likes to jump on my gut. So I was trying to become a back sleeper because you know about my obsession with like boob wrinkles. So I was starting to get more comfortable with it, and then Fiona, like 3 times in the middle of the night, jumped on my gut, and she's heavy. I think the only one of my cats that ever eats a bug is Fig. But she's not always consistent. Aw, Alma. It's so funny to me that Alma and Martini became such, like, that they are still back leapers. The speed run across your body. Yes, they'll chase after each other over me and stuff, but Fiona and Faye, especially the two heaviest, like to leap right on me. I have 4. I have Fiona and Rob, and Fig is in that cardboard round thing. And Faye. Faye. Oh, did you almost fall? Did you almost fall? Oh, Fiona. We thought that maybe there was an adopter for Alma and Martini. There's just a weird noise in my kitchen. But yeah, there's some. We're trying to. The people that Steve had, like as his executor, are still straightening out stuff. What is it, Fiona? Oh, look at you. You're such a pretty girl. Yeah. The girls are being very well taken care of by Kathy. They're happy. And once all the legal stuff is set up, we'll just post everywhere. Has Zella smelled their butts yet? I mean, it's so sad to me that she doesn't recognize their butt smell. Are you showing off your belly? My little perfect panther. just pick up Alma and put her butt in Zella's face. And be like, this is your child. Doesn't she smell familiar? Yes, Fiona. What? What, sweet girl? Yeah. Look at that belly. Look at that belly. Look at that face. Good night, Anne. Good night, Vera. I'm glad you're doing okay. You are, right? We did ask Vera if she's doing okay. I'm a little out of it. Because look at Fiona looks very concerned. Oh, good. I'm glad you're okay. This is Fiona's concerned look. See what I have to put up with? She's very shiny. She really is like the perfect panther. Most black cats like their fur gets kind of red. And she's a little hint of that, maybe? Like just, but barely. Like she is a black panther and very shiny. It's probably from Rob grooming her all the time. Their makeout sessions. You and your boyfriend. Yes, Rob definitely spit shines. They slobber all over each other. It's just so funny. It's kind of sweet that they picked each other. I mean, Rob loves Faye, but he doesn't groom Faye like he grooms Fiona. And, you know, Fiona will groom Fig, but Fig has to, like, kind of demand it from Fiona sometimes. Oh, Sue. I'm glad you stopped by, Sue. We're all thinking of you. Hi. Do you want to say something to everybody before we go? Yeah. Yeah. What else? You're such a talkative cat usually. I know you have a lot to say. Look at your puncture. You're taking up the whole ottoman. What do you want to say to everybody, Fiona? Fiona. Fiona. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What? Alright, you guys. I'm going to head out too. I'm glad we got to touch base. I'll do it again soon. Say good night, night, Fiona. Say night, night. Say night, night. Yeah. Well, at least she yawned for you. Alright, good night, you guys.